back to the Blu-ray Hunter. I'm the Blu-ray Hunter, Jonathan Moody. I'm here with
Paulie Presenza, known as the Moo Cow.
All right,
I'm
and
just gonna kind of sit here.
he's gonna sit here and he's gonna go, "Oh, I've heard of that movie," or "I haven't heard of that movie." That's pretty much it. We were gonna meet up at Barnes and Noble, but you got busy.
I got sidetracked.
Yeah, and so he wasn't able to do it. But
I'm the puppet master. I pull the strings.
we got plenty. I've got plenty already. So we did a haul video, and I already had 10, and this is my extra 10. So yeah, got 20 movies. We got Gary over here next to us. You can't see him, but
don't look over here.
Watching.
Nothing to see here.
There's nothing to see, like the Oz.
I am the great and underpowerful Oz.
All right, so here we go. To start with, there's no in particular order. Not some will probably be 4K and some Blu-ray. But first is a Blu-ray of a movie I'd never heard of until I was at the Barnes and Noble. But it's directed by Regina King. I think it's her feature debut, and it's called One Night in Miami. You ever heard of this? It's got people playing Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, and Sam Cooke, and it's about basically when Muhammad Ali defeated Sonny Liston. I want to say Lister. Sonny Liston, but what happened after the fight was perhaps more incredible. Ali, civil rights leader Malcolm X, NFL great Jim Brown, and the King of Soul Sam Cooke all came together at a Miami motel, and I guess it's a movie about the
interesting.
Powerful
Regina
black
King.
What?
Regina King. She's an actress.
She's an actress, yeah.
Yeah, I think I know who she is. Yeah.
She's been in a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. Like she was one of the background singers for the movie version of Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah,
She's
all right, I know who it is.
So.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I think I know you mean. She does some of the commercials now on something or other.
So next I have an older movie called To Be or Not to Be. It's a screwball comedy, I believe. It's Ernst Lubitsch.
Claudia Colbert, right?
Yeah, Carol Lombard and Jack Benny. And yeah, it looks good. It doesn't have a lot of special features. It's got commentary though by a film historian. It's got a silent short directed by and starring Ernst Lubitsch from 1916, so that's cool. We could maybe do that for a short film Saturday at some point.
Sure.
2 episodes of the Screen Guild Theater radio anthology, and so cool. But it's called To Be or Not to Be.
Is it on Tubi?
It might be. I don't know. That's a good question. Another is an older movie called Anatomy of a Murder.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
It's interesting. The way I heard about it was that Jimmy Stewart. I got it from like the guy who does Cobwebs channel. He talked about this, and basically it's about a guy who's murdered somebody, right? Like we all know he murdered it. Like there's no, whatever. But he was basically murdering somebody who, like, I don't know how you say it on YouTube without possibly getting in trouble, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Sexually assaulted his wife or whatever. So the idea is like, how much less of a sentence is this guy gonna get for doing something that he thought was protecting somebody or something?
What was that one called?
It's called Anatomy of a Murder.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
It stars Jimmy Stewart.
Yes.
And it's got Ben Gazzara,
I've
Lee
seen
Remick.
that. It's been decades, but I've seen it.
George C. Scott is the fiery prosecutor, and the legendary attorney Joseph
That's
N.
a legendary
Welch.
movie.
What?
That's a big movie.
Do you want to come sit over here so people can hear you?
No, they don't need to see my fat ass.
All right. Yeah, so Anatomy of a Murder is an American movie landmark, nominated for 7 Oscars, so I don't think it won any.
I've heard of it. I just never got around to seeing it.
Yeah. Looks good. Maybe most of these I might think about doing for Criterion Watch. We'll see. Another movie we all know, Dead Man.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
I had to buy this.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's really good. We did it for
Cool.
Criterion Watch,
Yeah.
and blew me away. I don't like westerns a lot,
Yeah.
you know, but this western is
Good movie if you love Johnny Depp.
If you love Johnny Depp, if you
Wow.
love Jim Jarmusch, I mean,
I've never seen that. I have
Yeah.
to look for that.
that's really good. Next, I think is that the last. That is the last. Nope. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the last Blu-ray I got was in here. I got today. Oops, that's the 4K I'm getting for someone else. La Bamba.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, with Lou Diamond Phillips.
So the Lou Diamond
My
Phillips.
God, I worked in the movie theater when that came out.
Nice.
I had to be like 16. So what was that, like 87?
Something like that. It was mid '80s.
Yeah, there's an actual conversation between Valdez, Luis Valdez, who directed the movie, and Robert Rodriguez. So,
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I'd love to, and they talk. I'm sure they talk about this movie, on it or whatever. But there's commentaries, and even Lou Diamond Phillips is in a commentary track. I've never heard him do a commentary track
Wow.
before, so that's pretty cool. I guess these are 4K, so I guess it is in order. I didn't do that planned.
Well
but-
done.
Next is the was it Albert Brooks movie Real Life?
Mm.
You've heard of this, right?
Yeah, I'm just not a huge Albert Brooks fan.
I love him. I think he's funny.
Is that up there with like Dinner with Andre?
No.
Only more boring.
Oh wow.
Wow, considering isn't that movie just two people talking?
Yeah.
The idea of this is it actually started the whole reality TV thing.
Yeah.
Because this was like a mockumentary thing, and like nobody had done mockumentaries at that time, and
Yeah.
he was like the pioneer for it.
Thanks, Albert.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like This
thing
is
brought to
Spinal
you by-
Tap or Waiting for Guffman.
That's just
or-
a guest.
I'm saying, if it weren't for this movie, you might not have gotten that, because this movie sort of steered the path that this is possible. This is like I think a 1979 movie.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was right before This is Spinal Tap, and I think
Yeah.
Christopher Guest saw this movie and said,
Of which I think there is also another one coming out.
a new Spinal Tap movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
I think I heard that too. But it's really cool. It's kind of neat that this kind of spurred something. So.
Yeah. Usually the movies we watch just spurn scorn.
Or vomit.
Well, except the Criterion watch
Well,
ones.
these are good films.
These are good
Yeah.
films.
We do good films on occasion.
Yeah.
Lies. No, I believe you.
Well, we haven't had you on yet on Criterion Watch, which I'm surprised
I
about.
don't know.
We gotta get you down. Next time you come down, we'll do that and Film Freaks.
Yeah.
You'll see some good stuff then. Actually, we almost did, but you walked out of Chasing Amy.
Oh, God, I hate chasing it. Yeah.
You walked out on that. Next is Lost Highway.
Oh yeah, love that movie.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Who-
David Cronenberg.
People still say that is his
David
best.
Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
Lynch, not Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Sometimes say the wrong David.
Yeah.
It's still one of the creepiest things I've ever seen when what's his name is on the phone and he's right there with him. So
Right.
that was like
I'm
out
right
of
here.
nowhere.
Yeah, it's creepy.
But this is a great movie, and it's got a lot of stuff to it, so it's definitely worth it.
Robert, God, what was his name?
Oh, yeah.
Robert Blake.
Robert
Well, I was
Blake.
going to say the guy that killed his wife.
Yeah, and Gary Busey's in it.
Wow. That's I forgot
Robert
he was-
Loggia too.
Yep. Yeah, that was a real
Everyone
good
who
movie.
talked weird was in that.
Another
Butted
movie that
sausage.
Paul made me watch. I don't know if he loves this or not, but
Butted sausage.
he made me watch it, and I'm kind of upset about that. But it is
Oh,
Happiness.
I love Happiness.
Oh, I love Happiness too.
Oh, you guys are really fucked up.
And
people.
Ghost World.
Ghost World, I like
Yeah.
a lot, but that's
I
different.
was just saying I want to see Happiness again.
Ghost World needs to go up to 4K. You
I
know.
finally came.
You're shit and I'm champagne.
That's right.
Oh Lord.
Oh, my
Anyway,
God.
My favorite John
Yes.
Lovitz scene.
yep, John Lovitz killed it in that movie. So yeah, I bought it. I don't know why. I think I was like,
Great movie.
it's hard to watch,
It
man.
is.
Oh, it is.
Like there's some really.
So is Meet the Feebles, but you still got to own it.
Oh yeah.
It's got some really effed up scenes in it. I don't know if I could show this to anyone without people thinking less of me.
Especially, especially Poor
you got to see
Joy,
the one we watched.
who has
over the
absolutely
weekend.
no joy in her life whatsoever.
The one we just watched is worse than Happiness.
Oh Lord. And yeah, you said that was a What That Friday. This was not a What That Friday.
Right.
For some reason, he picked it for Film Freaks, which
That's
I'm
Because
like,
I love it. It's a
Yeah.
great film.
ugh.
It's a great film.
Anyway, this was a What the F Friday, and it was Gummo.
Oh yeah.
And I actually heard people say that it looks beautiful in 4K.
And that's the one I want to buy.
I love that because back home I go to my friend Rich's and we watch various odd movies.
Right.
And it blows my mind how great some of these movies look. I'm like, I remember this from being a kid, and it didn't look good when it came out in the theater.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And now it's this crisp, and some
Well,
don't.
I mean, they do a lot of
well.
stuff with that to make it look
Oh, yeah.
crisper and everything.
I'd be interested in seeing Gummo all cleaned up.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's Criterion, so yeah.
Boy, this kid can play.
Yep. And last but not least, so 4K of Train Spotting.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Classic.
Wow, that brings
Filthiest
back.
toilet in Scotland.
Boy, that just like 90s hits me.
So this is made like a digibook and everything. This is a
Yes,
digibook.
I had that.
And I don't like it.
No,
I don't like the digibook
I
thing.
like it.
I don't like you have to pull this out just to open it
Yeah,
and everything.
fun.
But it's like a puzzle and shit.
Right,
Like,
well,
it's
that's
just
how
being-
they could charge more money.
I guess.
And
but
it was the 90s. We were all on shrooms. We had to have something to do.
there are some people that like love packaging, you know, and
I am
everything.
a
That's what
packaging
they.
whore.
Yeah, I don't. I
You
don't.
put it in a
I
funky package,
dude,
I'm going to buy
just
it.
give me this. Give me this. I can open it
I'm
up,
bored.
pick it out, put it in.
Yeah.
That's all I need, man. I don't
Are
need.
there 2 discs in the Gummo disc?
Yeah, there's the 4K and the Blu-ray.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Gummo and Gum 1.
I was hoping there was like all kinds of extra stuff.
Right.
Gummo and Gum P.
Gum P, yeah.
Yeah.
Gumpy,
So
damn.
Train Spotting is my last one, but as a bonus,
That's
I
not
did.
all. If you
I
act
did
now.
get one thing for a friend of mine because it's Christmas coming up, and I'm sure he's not going to watch this video anyway. Plus, he knows it's coming because I told him it's coming. So it's All of Us Strangers. It's a 4K. Yep, it's a 4K.
That sounds familiar, too.
Apparently, it's a queer like love story.
Yeah,
You know, they
I
said
probably saw it then.
it,
Who directed it?
Andrew High Hop.
High Hop.
It's not IHOP.
Andrew
High
High Hop.
With lots of pancakes.
Haigh. I can't tell if it's Hype or Hop or
No, I got nothing.
I don't know.
Hype, probably.
Hype. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's a newer film. It's got Andrew Scott, Paul Mescal, with Jamie Bell and Claire Foy. So, sending that to him. He can enjoy it. I don't know anything about it.
Is that a Criterion?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So when I was talking about buying all these Criterions, he was like, "You should buy me," you know, blah blah blah, and I was like, "And who fucking asked somebody to buy those?" And then I was like, "It's Christmas coming up, you know," and I
Should
told
have asked
him,
me because I'm the one that pissed him off.
"I know, I should be like, you buy it, asshole." But he said he would buy me his movie. He was send me his movie, not buy him.
Yeah.
He'll send me his movie when it comes to Blu-ray. I said, "All right."
And
cool."
it is apparently.
Yeah, it's coming to Blu-ray.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited, and I'm happy about that. But like that was it. That was all my 10 movies for this. Well, that doesn't include the 10 I bought earlier. So I have 20 movies so far, and I might still get 2 more.
Goodness.
So I don't know.
Nice to not have a mortgage, huh?
All right. Yeah. When that happens, then no more.
Christ, I'm 53. I'm trying to figure out who I'm leaving what to. Let alone buying 20 movies. My lord, good for you.
Well, I don't know. Unfortunately or thankfully, whatever you want to call it, I don't have kids right now, so I don't
Oh,
have
child
anybody.
support is
And
fun.
Someone's a little obsessive compulsive.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, I would rather have, like, you know, if I'm going to have 10 4Ks, I got to have 10 Blu-rays to go with
That
it
makes it
or whatever.
400K.
What?
10 4Ks would be
Yeah.
400K.
400K.
And he's going to buy them all over again when they're 8K.
I don't know.
All
Oh,
over
you're
again.
going to.
I'm going to buy some, but they're not going to be 8K by the time, because
Well,
already the
That's what we
cameras
said when
have
DVDs
gone...
came out.
The cameras have gone up to like 20K or something now.
Or
you know?
32K maybe.
So yeah, the technology is advancing to the point where they need to stop.
I mean,
just
how much
stop for a little
better
bit.
Stop
could it be?
advancing. I'm tired of spending money. That's why I don't buy movies anymore.
Well, it's just like you can't like nobody can do 4Ks, and then people are saying physical media is dying. physical media is dying because nobody wants to upgrade to everything. You know. Everything.
That's true.
So I truly believe that. I think people are sick and tired of
especially when the gate came down where you had to buy the TV in addition to the player and the movie.
Right.
Well, yeah, we've done this how many times, from VHS to, God forbid if you fell into the laser disc trend, and then up to DVD, and then DVD up to whatever was next after that, then the Blu-ray or 4K, and then the Blu-ray. It's like, not again.
But at least you own it, unlike streaming where you're just renting it until they take it away from you.
Right.
Well, yeah, you'd find it somewhere. I don't do that. I don't buy anything on streaming.
Nope.
A couple times I got some for free.
I've bought a few things on streaming because if they're cheap, you know.
Oh yeah, right, you know? Right.
That's, like, if there's nowhere else I can get it.
Yeah.
Right.
The Apostle, for a long time, you can't get that anywhere unless you're on. What do you call it? What's that service? Netflix. It's their movie.
Right. There you go.
So there is no physical media.
This is the first time
that sucks that Netflix doesn't put everything that they do on.
And it's a great film.
I don't understand why they don't. That's just extra money for them.
It's not on DVD?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think it never got a release. Not an official release.
If I were running Netflix, I would.
I've seen it in the collection, so I'll look when I go home.
If I were running Netflix, I would make sure that there's a separate physical media.
Oh, well, they don't want more than one person watching their film at the same time, remember?
What? Well, I mean, yeah, they don't want the family thing where they don't want friends to get it or whatever. Because then they're not spending whatever. I guess that's another reason why they don't want to put out Blu-rays, because then if they put out Blu-rays, people are just going to watch the Blu-rays. They're going to wait for the Blu-ray to come out, buy the Blu-ray, and then they don't have
There's about 400 movies where I live, and I haven't put one in yet other than... God, I don't remember what it was.
Anyway, they've got a lot of money and subscribers already. I don't see why.
Well, the problem is that there's still a lot of people who don't have Netflix, which is why we're going to do that movie on Forgotten Horror Classics, because there's plenty of people I've talked to who've never even heard of it because they don't have Netflix, and it's the only way you're going to see it.
Yeah, I rotate mine a lot, so it'll be like, all right, Netflix has nothing but Indian culture films lately, so I got rid of Netflix and picked up Paramount Plus, and I'll watch that for a while, and then I'll get rid of that, and I'll move on to some,
A lot of my family has certain ones, so I use some of theirs.
Oh, I would too.
I buy Paramount Plus, and I contribute to helping out. So if my family wants to watch Paramount Plus, I'll put I'll let them do that. But
we have that movie at home.
I do too because it's free.
Yeah.
Well, I have a feeling that someday either that's going to change or something's going to happen with it, because their commercials keep going up and up and up.
Yeah, and they're evolving. They've come a long
pretty soon
way
nobody's going to want to do it.
The thing is that they're kind of the island of misfit toys. There's a lot of stuff on there that nobody else is going to really put out because it's not really very good.
I was surprised at how many cheesy films Prime has.
Prime used to have even more.
Did they?
Yeah, so back in the day, it was easier when Prime was really pushing things. You could actually send your stuff, submit your stuff pretty easily to them, and they would put up your movie on Prime.
Oh wow.
Problem now, the problem ended up happening was they had too many, things, and so after a while, somebody came in and looked at that and said, "Ugh."
So that's crazy, especially during COVID. Content was king.
Right. So they were like, well, I think COVID was part of the thing.
So was takeout alcohol.
So now it's really harder to get into Prime. It's easier to get into Tubi. Yeah. Because Tubi just allows anything.
But they don't really pay very much.
But they don't pay very much. And neither does Prime, I don't think. Prime doesn't pay very much either.
Prime should.
Here's the big problem, is that with streaming, is that the filmmakers don't get a lot of money.
Right.
The distributors get some of the money, and then they don't distribute it to the people anyway.
It's crooked, man.
Yeah, it's a very crooked, thing.
I don't support it.
That kind of thing.
That's why Teamsters and the unions are created, so that the people will get paid what they're so opposed
That's
to
why
get
they
paid.
had strikes, so that people could start getting
And
those
that's why they're
residuals.
And the streaming is the biggest part of the strikes.
Yeah.
And that's
Right
why
now.
they have to have
And
a
the
new
AI
Blair
stuff.
Witch. They're redoing a whole director's cut of Blair Witch because no one got any money.
Yeah, they're
which
trying.
sucks.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
So this time, I think they all have ownership in it, so they're able to redo it.
They got away from Lionsgate?
I don't know, or they're just re-editing the movie and pulling a Taylor Swift.
I don't know what's going to happen. Lionsgate lost a ton of money this year. There are people talking about Lionsgate maybe folding. Seriously.
Damn.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
I don't know if you saw
crazy.
that video I put on your thing where they were talking about all the bombs of the year, and Lionsgate got hit really hard.
I did not see that, but
Yeah,
no.
you should check that out.
Well, the way they pull some of this stuff, they get less and less people that want to bother.
For sure.
And it's stupid because there was a bona fide hit, Longlegs, that they just pulled for no reason.
They pulled it?
They did.
What did they...
It went for like a week, and then they were like, okay, that's enough. But there were still loads of people who wanted to see it. And people like me who wanted to see it again because it's one of those kind of movies.
It was good.
They pulled his leg. His long leg.
His long
that
leg.
was ridiculous.
Better than his short leg.
I mean, long legs will probably be on my top 10 of this year, but it won't be like number one. I've seen a couple movies I like better, and I'm a different person than you are.
Well, I bought the Blu-ray, so I am going to sit down and watch it again.
I bought the 4K, and I love it, and I did love the movie.
I
It
want to
just
see Terrifier 3, but I haven't gotten to see it.
Yeah, I haven't
Terrifier
seen
3 is
either.
probably up there on my top 10 too.
It's another one that made a ton of money.
I will be seeing it when I get home.
Yeah, we're doing for horror film lovers. We're doing a top 10 horror thing because horror this year has done like incredible.
Substance is another one that came out of nowhere.
That makes sense when you look at the world climate. The more the world climate becomes scarier and uncertain, and wars break out, the more horror goes up.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at World War II.
Right.
It's either that or screwball comedies start becoming,
which we need more of too. We need some more like 70s.
My mom would be happy to if I made a screwball comedy because
Mad comedy
world kind of thing.
Yeah. I just watched The Awful Truth. That was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So more Porkies.
Oh dear.
Porkies.
I'm not sure you can make that anymore.
I don't think you can make that anymore.
It's like Revenge of the Nerds.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can make Revenge of the Nerds as long as you have the consent scene in there. Scene that's not in there, but
you can't have what's his name's javelin throw made for his limp-wristed style. I watched it again recently, and I'm like, ooh.
It doesn't hold up. Like,
oh no. No.
I remember. Do you remember a movie called Can't Hardly Wait?
No.
It was a teen comedy, and one of the actors, Ethan Embry. I'm sure you've heard that name.
Familiar, yeah.
He was in Empire Records. And
yeah.
He was in that movie Dutch with Ed O'Neill when he was a kid.
That movie, yeah.
Anyway, he, I remember telling him, like, I loved him, and I was telling him online that I loved him, and Can't Hardly Wait. He goes, "Oh, that movie," and it was because if you look back at that movie, there is some, there are some things like even in late '90s, there were some things cringy things that we look now at and we're like, oh God. And I mean, movies like this, like Happiness, that's got a lot of cringy stuff in it, and Criterion puts it out because even at least there's no censorship.
It's done intelligently.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know that I would call it cringe. It's more like controversial. There's some very controversial stuff in there.
Well, The French Connection has some racy lines.
Yeah,
in it,
that's more cringe.
Sure.
And then Disney had it like recut, so all that stuff was out.
That's ridiculous.
And
what's that early Eddie Murphy, Nick Nolte film?
48 Hours?
48 Hours. Ooh, that does not hold up.
Yeah.
That one's bad.
All right, I'll have to check that out again. I haven't seen that since I was a kid.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
There is a lot of N-word. There's a lot of racism. There's a lot of really negative women. It's bad. I don't even think they could they'd have to rewrite it completely.
And I bet Siskel and Ebert liked it.
Probably.
I think at that time
I was cringing. It was bad.
I think at that time period, people liked that kind of stuff. Thought that stuff was like edgy and whatever, and it wasn't really.
Well, remember, we even talked about Chasing Amy, how there were parts in that were fairly cringeworthy to us now.
Oh, and it's just...
But then I rewatched it, and there's something different about now that I rewatched it. I don't know.
God, it's awful.
I still love that movie, but I like romantic comedies, and that's sort of unromantic comedy.
It's like a romantic comedy written by 4-year-olds. It's almost Hallmark. That's how it comes off to me. It's so
Hallmark with the cursing.
so dumb, and so just poorly. I don't know. I can't stand her voice.
I will never forget being in the
I hate
theater,
about
seeing it, and the whole "what's a Nubian" scene, and I fucking lost my lunch. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, well, I remember watching it with my brother or whatever, and that "what's a Nubian" line came up, and he laughed his ass off at it.
Yeah.
And I don't think I got it when I first saw it.
He pulls out a gun and starts shooting people. It's like, oh my god. That
Black
was
Rage.
So funny.
That movie's great. But I'm always like
You tracer.
I go through things where the Kevin Smith movies sort of change on me, through time. Like for the longest time it was Mallrats. Then it became Chasing Amy that I loved. Then it became Clerks that I loved.
Oh dear.
Then it became... What, you don't like Clerks?
No, I like them all. I don't think I love any of them. I like Clerks a lot. And but I love Dogma.
Yeah, that's
Red State's a good one.
Dogma's coming out on Blu-ray soon.
Yeah.
They're...
I like a lot of his movies. I don't know if I'd put them right up there. I like other dumb stuff instead, like...
What's funny, we were watching Midgets and Mascots the other night, and all of a sudden, Jason Mewes pops in, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
Where the hell did he come from? And why?
Because he got paid.
Because he got paid,
Yeah.
Which he didn't get paid on a James Balsamo movie, and that pissed his agent off.
Right.
So
He's
now
clean
he can't...
now.
Yeah, he can't...
Which is good.
He can't go to conventions. He can't act in movies that people don't speak to his agent first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw him at Tidewater Comic-Con.
Yeah, he's coming back to Wilmington
Oh, nice.
soon, this winter, I think, or early spring.
Yeah, when he
Oh.
got a kid and everything, he really calmed
You know,
down.
we saw him at his comedy show.
His comedy show, yeah.
I went to see them show their movie, that last movie they made. It was Jason Mewes and...
Did you see the last movie they made?
Yeah, they presented it. So
Is the 4:30 movie, or are you talking about another one? Or Jay and Silent Bob reboot?
The Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Yeah, and then they came and presented it and talked about it. Then we watched it.
It was okay. I didn't really like it as much.
I liked it. It's
Why?
just, it was kind of bittersweet.
Yeah. I think it was them growing up.
And putting those characters
There was
to bed.
there was some scenes that I just didn't find as funny as I thought I would.
Well, it wasn't. It was supposed to be about them growing up. So it's not supposed to be as funny.
Yeah,
it's
it
about
was-
them going, wow, all this crap we thought mattered didn't.
It was
There's
very
all this other
bittersweet.
important stuff.
And
Yeah,
having the one character die was rough, man. I didn't want to see that. But
Are you talking about Clerks 3?
No. Well, the reboot. Jay and
Are
Silent
you talking
Bob.
about the reboot, or are you
Redux.
talking about Clerks 3?
maybe I'm talking about Clerks 3.
Oh, I'm talking about reboot.
Yeah, because I guess we can spoil it now. People have. It's been out for a while. If nobody has seen Clerks 3, have you seen Clerks 3?
No.
Oh, jeez.
I doubt it will be on my list anytime soon. It's just...
Dante dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sad, but
Well,
it's
a movie. He's still alive.
What?
He's still alive in real life.
Well, the actor,
Yeah.
but the character,
That's
you
okay.
know.
Better, since
It's okay.
trying to get him to in one of our movies.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
We would love to work with Brian O'Halloran.
Oh, heck yeah.
He's always like, every time I walk up to him at a convention, he's like, Jonathan Moody.
And he might have wanted that.
What?
I'll do Clerks 3, but you got to kill me off. I don't want any more.
I don't think he wanted it, because I think he wanted to keep
I
going.
think Randall wanted it.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised that they didn't kill off Randall. But I think that's why. Because you're expecting Randall to get killed off.
Well, Randall ends up learning a lesson, and I think that's kind of the thing.
I just don't know what they're going to do with Clerks, if they're going to...
Well, I think it should be done.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
It
it's
needs to
done.
be done.
I think it's
Yeah.
done.
Well, they made a joke on the trailer for his new movie, 4:30 movie, and it
Yeah, I don't know
said,
anything about that.
from the director of Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob, Strike Back, Clerks 2, and then it goes Clerks 3, and then it goes, and possibly Clerks 4. You know?
Jeez, no.
Now 4:30 is the one about the kids sneaking into the films. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it looks cute, but it's
Yeah.
nothing. It's not View Askew, but it does have
Yeah.
like Jason Lee and
Sure.
a bunch of other people.
You know
in
you're
it.
still recording.
I don't know. What?
We're rambling.
Going on extra long.
Well, that's what we do here on
what
our
we do.
shows. You know, we ramble about other stuff that has nothing to do with what we're.
Okay, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody. Thank you guys for checking this out. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Shooting the shit.